Yo, what is up guys, Ghost here, welcome back to the channel. So as some of you may have heard, there is a new Battlefield Labs playtest taking place tomorrow on the Friday. That was at least a rumour, and it's also rumoured that this time around we're going to get to see more vehicles, maybe even jets and helicopters. So what's going to happen on Friday and Saturday in terms of leaks, I really couldn't say, but definitely be cool if we get to see some of that sort of stuff there. However, it seems that a client is already out. It's been basically given to the people participating in this test so that they can preload it and prepare. And a couple of data miners over in the Battlefield 2043 Discord have been hard at work finding whatever they can in the client. So we're going to go over some of the more interesting things in this video. As always though, before we begin, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any future Battlefield content, and thank you guys for the ongoing support. Also, if you're interested, feel free to go and follow me over on Twitter or X. I'm also pretty active there talking about this sort of stuff. So let's start with what for me is arguably one of the things I've been the most happy about that I've seen from Battlefield 6 so far. And it may surprise you, but that is actually the music. So as we know from Battlefield 2042, there we had Hilda Grunadottir, one of the Icelandic composers, one of the best Icelandic composers in fact, working on that game. And while she is very talented, she did the music for Chernobyl, amongst other things. I feel like her style just didn't really fit in the world of Battlefield, and at the very least it isn't what the community were looking for. So I'm going to give you guys a little taste of a few soundtracks that have been data mined here. There will be timestamps below, so if you want to jump around in the video to find a specific track or you want to just get on to the next leak, then feel free to do so. So I really like that. It gives me Battlefield 4 vibes. It's got kind of a like futuristic vibe to it to some degree. After all, this is like a modern conflict, so you're not hearing as many classical instruments and things like that that you would have done perhaps in Battlefield 1 or Battlefield 5's soundtrack. And really, listening to some of them, it wouldn't surprise me if they've gotten the guy who actually did the music for Battlefield 4 to come back again for this game. I think a good Battlefield soundtrack, it really gets you pumped, it gets you sort of ready for the coming firefight, and I don't know man, these tracks, they really do it for me. Let me know what you guys think of it down below in the comments. Alright, next up we have some points of interest for the Aftermath map, so that is the Brooklyn map, and the points of interest are Plaza, park, alleys, fire station, panorama, commercial, boardwalk, and then of course we have the NATO HQ and the PAX HQ. So, sounds like it's going to be a fairly diverse map there. Of course, with the park, we're going to have some sort of greenery and trees. It's not all just going to be concrete, so this is probably like one of the maps that I'm looking forward to trying out the most. Then similarly here, for the Capstone map, which is set in Tajikistan, we have some more POIs based on audio files though. So these haven't been found specifically as names in the files, but he has found audio references to them. So we've got canyon, command center, compound, village, construction site, mountain road, and then trenches. And I've been showing you guys a couple of shots from the concept art of what we think this map is going to be. However, he's also found this shot here, which clearly shows a soldier in the trenches, which would of course indicate that we are going to be getting trench warfare back again. So I know that's going to please a lot of people. Really just sounds like they're ticking a lot of boxes with this game and going in the right direction. So moving on from that, we've got some dog tags. I know these are an integral part of every Battlefield game. And here are a couple for headshot, and then for repairing. I would have thought that was actually like a medic kind of dog tag there, but I guess it's just like healing the tank or whatever. The headshot one is epic, and the repairing one is rare. And it says here, rewarded for earning accolades like marksman, headshots, spotter, or field surgeon. I kind of like the way they did this in Battlefield 4, where the second dog tag had your name on it, so when you took somebody's dog tags, it actually had their name. That was kind of cool, but who knows, maybe that's just another image that isn't being shown here. Then we have a couple of new weapons that have been found as well. So first of all, the minifix, and both of these are weapons that haven't been in the previous Battlefield Labs playtest, and this one is categorized as a bolt-action rifle. It can have a 12, 16, or an 18-inch barrel, and it's got a 10-round magazine, and this is a picture of what it looks like right here. So a very compact bolt-action sniper rifle, probably like the smallest one you will find. And then the second one is the DP12 Bullpup 12-gauge pump-action double-barreled shotgun. Bit of a mouthful. Also, he's received new data like models and textures. So this is the weapon in question, an absolute monster, this thing. I mean, just look at it. Who would not be terrified looking at that there? Is it going to be overpowered though? Well, that's anybody's guess. Next, we have some weapon customization. So we've got what they're calling packages. So weapon packages are unique instances of a selected weapon. Each weapon has packages which are equipped to loadouts, and you can modify how a package plays using attachments, and attachments unlock per weapon as you play with its packages and improve the mastery. So it sounds like the way in which we're going to unlock attachments in this game is very similar to past Battlefield games. As for the customization, equipping attachments costs points, and each package has a limited budget. So this sounds akin to a system we've seen, I believe, out of Call of Duty before, where like we know they've done like the pick 5 system. They've also had other systems where you have like 10 points, and let's say one attachment uses up 1 point, another attachment like a extended magazine might use up 2 or 3 points. You can customize the looks of a package to your liking with various cosmetics, of course, make your weapon unique by adding skins as well as attachment skins. That is very interesting. And then you can find unique packages by progressing, visiting the store, or from our recommendation system. And then they're also going to have favorites here, so you can mark a package as a favorite for easy access. You can add favorite packages for quick access in the battlefield, and then favorites are also used in your custom weapon drop crate, which is going to be in the Granite map, the Battle Royale. And here are a few example skins for the base M4A1 that's in the game. And this really just shows off how you can customize different parts of the weapon, how individual attachments can have their own skin, and this is something we've never seen in Battlefield before, so this is definitely new and offers a whole new level of customization to the weapons. Of course, what sorts of skins we're going to see, are they going to be in touch with reality or not? That remains to be seen, but I can only assume that DICE aren't going to rock the boat on that one, because, well, they would just be silly to, wouldn't they? And then finally here, let's talk a little bit on the monetization for the game, or what sort of things we're going to be getting as rewards, what sort of things will most likely be available for purchase in the in-game store. So first of all, we have various XP boosts that are going to be available. I'm sure some of them will come through the battle pass, some of them will be purchasable, and some of them DICE will just probably give you for free. But what is interesting here is that they only seem to apply to different facets of the game. So first of all, we've got XP boosts that are, it looks like, only for the battle pass, and then XP boosts for your career, and then also XP boost for hardware, which probably means weapons and stuff like that. So you can't just slap on an XP booster and it gives you 2 times XP on everything. You have to put on an XP booster for weapons, or for the battle pass, or for your just general rank within the game. And then this little video here was also found saying acquired. The acquired there is likely placeholder text that can be changed to say anything. It's just like a stinger transition, and this could be something that is played, like, for example, when you buy the premium track in the battle pass, or you subscribe to the Battlefield Pro system, whatever that turns out to be like. I'm actually very, very interested to hear what kind of a monetization system they're going to put behind that one. Is it going to be like a monthly subscription? Is it going to be a one-time payment? Is it going to be somehow rolled into the battle pass and be another separate tier outside of premium? Because I think that is one of the most important things. So far, everything DICE have been, well, let's face it, they haven't really been showing us. We've been sort of finding it for ourselves via data mining and leaks. But the good news is, everything that has been found, let's say, has been very positive, and I think the game looks like it's shaping up to be a great new addition to the Battlefield franchise. That being said, as always guys, these are just data mines, and whilst they have been found in the game files, that does not mean in any way, shape or form that they are 100% going to come to the game, that they're going to look this way, that they're going to be this way. So take absolutely everything in this video with a grain of salt. But yeah, man, I think things are looking up, especially the music. The music just, it really is doing it for me. In fact, it makes me want to hop on Battlefield right now and go and play around. But as always, I would be thrilled to hear your thoughts on this below, so leave them down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with everything Battlefield, and I will see you guys in the next one.